Hello and good morning. It's Tuesday and we are here at Pro Advice. Of course, like every week, I have a pro today. She is really the pro in her business, home staging. And she's different than other staging companies because the reason our office and me myself, I like her because she gives true advice to our clients. She goes to the home, she give them advice, whatever they can do by themselves. So very authentic person, and I'm glad to have her here in the show today at Pro Advice. Bridget King from Captiva Design. Welcome, Bridget.
Great. Thank you for having me, and good morning to you and all of the listeners.
Bridget, let's do this. I know you for a long time. Our office knows you for a long time. So let's tell about yourself. How long you doing the business, what kind of business, and a little bit details.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me this morning. And yes, I am Bridget King of Captiva Design, Interior Decorating and Home Staging. And we are one of South Florida's most credible and reliable home staging companies, serving Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. And what we do is interior decorating for homeowners, existing homeowners, and new home buyers, as well as home staging for those who are planning to sell their homes in the South Florida market. So we can provide services for both staging and decorating. We have been in business as of March 14th, 17 years serving our clients, and we have a bunch of happy clients.
Yes. That's very good. Now, typically, I know that your clients are the realtors also, but then do you have any other kind of client? What kind of people hire you?
Oh, yes, we have a different variety of clients, which makes my business so unusual, right? So let me tell you a few of the clients that we do work with. So we work obviously with the real estate community, helping our realtors to prepare their homes the right way for top dollar resale. Then we also work with investors. We love the fix and flip. I actually came from that background. I used to rehab my own properties and fix them and flip them in the early 2000s. And so I have a really in-depth background in helping those types of clients as well. So then we also have our home staging, our model home staging for apartment complexes, right? So the rental market is super high right now.
Yes.
A lot of the apartment complexes are rehabbing and refreshing their models. So we also help them with that. We also have a small space in the healthcare industry where we stage the model units for the assisted living and memory care facilities. And then lastly, we are dabbling now officially in yacht staging. Yes.
Wow.
Yachts for the boat shows that are coming up, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So, I'm glad to know that everyone is using your services and the way you guide everyone. So that's perfect. It's a win-win for everyone. Now let's dig into a little bit for our homeowners. Right now, as you know, because the market is super hot, the election is over, so we kind of more focusing on the real estate, especially the homeowners. If they had a plan before to sell their home, buy maybe the upgrading or downgrading. Now this is the time we're seeing a lot of homeowners. They are putting their home in the market.
Yes.
Now, what tip you have for the homeowners that easy way they can decorate their home to get the top price they want?
Yes, so we are working with a lot of home sellers right now. As you know, the South Florida market is on fire. And so people want to know how quickly can they get their homes on the market. So first of all, it starts with an in-home consultation. We cannot advise a client on what to do until we see the home, right? So we make an appointment with their agent, the homeowner, we do a walkthrough, and then we provide a very comprehensive report detailing step by step, room by room of what needs to be done before the MLS pictures are taken. Super, super, super important here, right? we are in a visual society. Everybody's going to the internet to look at these properties before they even decide that, yes, I want to see that property. So we advise our clients, number one issue with occupied listings is clutter. Yes, I said it. We all collect things, right? We collect things from our children. We collect things from our activities that we participate in. We collect things from Disney World. We have all kind of collectibles. And so clutter eats equity, right? When a buyer walks into a home, they need to visualize themselves in that space. And if you have too many things everywhere, it's distracting and it makes your house look smaller. So we always advise the clients to clear the clutter. So a number one problem we see in the kitchens, right? Because remember, kitchens sell homes, right? That is the gathering spot. So it's super important, whether you have a new kitchen or an existing kitchen that maybe needs a little bit of rehab, you want to make sure all those magnets all over the refrigerator and the pictures and the certificates and the home, they're cleared. You want to make sure that your countertops are at least, I'm saying 85% clutter-free, meaning you can have a very nice Keurig coffee machine if you have one. You can have a nice bowl of fruits, but all of the small appliances, the toaster ovens, the blenders, the mixers, the stuff needs to be cleared. People want to see how much prep space they have on that countertop. So those are some of the tips that I would advise is clutter, clear the clutter. And then next, neutralize. If you have too many different colors going throughout the home, there's no continuity. So typically we ask the clients, if you haven't painted your home in the last 7 to 10 years, it's time. Stay with something neutral so that a buyer can walk in, no matter what kind of furniture they have, they can see their furniture in your space. And then if they want to customize it for themselves, they can do so.
Definitely makes sense. Now, Bridget, of course, it's a bigger struggle now because most of us working from home, or most of the time, like a lot of kids, they're doing school from the home, and we are eating more also because we are kind of stressed out.
Oh, yes. I put on my quarantine 15, as they call it.
So yeah, that's it's not, and of course we are more clean these days. We are keeping our home clean. It's not about the cleanliness. It's about the clutter with the toys or the clothes, or so that messy thing. So that makes sense. Now my other question I have for you is, sometimes I think this particular stuff is very good for the as a decoration piece, because that's kind of a personal, maybe a photo frame, or maybe it could be anything. Like, it's good for me, but it may not be good for the buyer. Maybe because one of the things I always tell my client, like, when you're putting the house in the market, walk into your home like a buyer, not your own home. See what can you pick. So what advice do you have? Sometimes we think like this particular piece or this particular decoration is good, but that may not be so good for buyers. So what advice do you have on that?
Right. So one of the things we see a lot of is family photos, right? And we love our families and we love chronicling the children from birth to adulthood. But too much of that is distracting. So I say keep a few family photos that are neutral, right? Nothing provocative. Case in point, I did do a consultation last month of a very nice home, but they had a lot of very personal style pictures of pregnancy time for a woman, which I thought was a little too personal in the master bedroom. So I advised that be taken down and replaced with something neutral. That's a personal time between you and your family. You don't need the general public to see something like that. Another thing that people get very sensitive to is anything political So whichever side you're on, again, that is for you and your personal business, but I think that should be neutralized. And then lastly would be religious art. Some of it may be a little too far right or too far left. So again, we do ask clients, because I have seen homes where they've collected a lot of religious art. And whether you're into Christian, Buddhism, whatever it is, we prefer that you just keep it neutral. You don't know who is coming into your home, what their religious standpoint is, what their political standpoint is. And so just keep it neutral. Simple. Less is more when staging your home. Remember, once you put your home on the MLS, it's for the world to see.
Right.
Right? So you don't know who's looking, you don't know who wants to book an appointment to come in and see your property. So just keep it simple. We want buyers to see the livability of the space, meaning I can walk in and I can say, oh, I can fit a king size bed and 2 nightstands in this bed. Or I can fit a 80-inch dining table seating for 8. Outside of that, you don't need something on every wall in every corner.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. This makes sense. So yeah, of course, like one thing I always tell our seller that when the buyer walk into the home, they're not buying really only the property, they're buying the lifestyle, they're buying they're buying the lifestyle of their lifestyle. Because everyone has a lifestyle, a family style. So if their lifestyle going to fit in this home or not.
Right.
Some family they like outdoor living more. Some family they need an office inside, or some family, need more space for the kids. It can be different thing. Now, some family they like a gated community, and some of them they don't like a gated community.
Right.
So it can be. So my thing is, when someone walking to the home, the new buyer, the family, it has to, they have to imagine that, okay, hey, is this home going to fit our lifestyle? So that's definitely a very, very good point, Bridget. The other thing is how your process goes when you say, I call you, I say, hey, can you meet Mr. and Mrs. Seller? And how does the process goes from there?
It's so simple. We really make it simple and easy to work with Captiva Design. So you pick up the phone and either the agent will call me and say, hey, I have a client listing I'm going to take, and I need to get you in there to do a walkthrough before the photos. Or sometimes the clients contact me themselves directly and say, hey, I'm thinking about listing my home, and I've seen a bunch of staging shows on HGTV. I'd like to get your advice. You call, we book the consultation. We work Monday to Friday and some Saturdays as well. And we start as early as 8 o'clock and we go right into the evening, 6 o'clock. I got home 8:30 last week twice because I did evening consultations, because we understand that people have virtual homeschooling, different things going on. So we really have made an effort to accommodate each client based on their needs. And that is why we have evening hours as well as extended Saturday mornings. Please keep in mind, no 2 homes are alike. No 2 families are alike. Everyone has different needs. Everyone is selling for a different reason, right? So there's an emotional attachment to this whole house sale thing as well, right? We have people who have been living in their homes for 30 plus years, right? And we have to go in there and tell them gently, you need to pack.
I know,
we have people who have lost loved ones. For whatever reason, they need to sell, they need to downsize, everybody has a different situation. And so we really take note and we pay attention and we are sensitive to the needs of each client. And that's how we work.
Yeah. So that's very, very good, because it's good to know that you customize for the particular family, and of course, your job is to guide them. Your job is to, educate them about that particular stuff. So that's very, very good. Now, how important do you think, like, did you see a difference, like someone has a home, as a regular home, and someone has like a little bit, that little touch, little touch, make it like a little picture perfect. And what do you think that it varies about the pricing point or attracting the buyer? What kind of result you feedback you got, always get from the realtors?
Well, number one is people, what I love, and occupied listings is my specialty. I do vacant homes. That is when the client has left the property, they've taken all the furniture, and then we bring in artwork, accessories, and furniture, and we stage it, right? So then you get a completely blank palette to work with. But
Yeah.
for me, working with a client in their existing home and helping them
Yeah.
create this model home, so to speak, for marketing purposes. Because please, please, please understand that selling your home and decorating your home for your taste is two different things. We're in marketing mode once we are trying to sell the home. So we have to think differently, right?
Yeah.
And there is work. There's work involved in selling your home.
Yeah.
You have to pack, you have to clean. When you get a call, hey, I have a showing at 5:00, you got to straighten up. And you've got 2 dogs, a cat, and 3 kids. It's work.
Yeah, it is.
But the end result, after you have put in the work, and what I love about the reports that I provide for my clients, they're very detailed, room by room. You can do the work yourself, or you can hire me to help you, or my team to help you, or even another staging company, even if you don't use me, to help you get the work done. There's some work that you will have to do as the homeowner, and then we can help you with the other stuff. So a lot of times we need to tell the client, how about refreshing the master bedroom with some new bedding and some new pillows, right? Because remember, of all the bedrooms in a home, the master bedroom is the most important room. The other rooms should be neat, they should be clean, they should be organized, but those are secondary rooms. Women buyers love luxurious master bedrooms, and especially if it has great walk-in closets for all the shoes and the purses. Right? And so we want to make this room scream luxury and peace and tranquility and romance. That is the master bedroom. So if you need help, say, buying some pillows and buying the bedding and a piece of art, we can help you. We do this every week. But if you just need somebody to tell you what to do and you can do it, great.
Yeah.
I tell clients all the time, my job is to give you everything, right? Everything that needs to be done. I understand. You as the agent understand, maybe you can't do 100%, but if you can do even 80%,
Right.
better than nothing. If you can do 50%, it will be better than nothing. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a big budget for staging, and sometimes you don't need a big budget, clean, clean, clean.
Yeah, and that little tips always help. Is little tweaking, definitely it helps. So Bridget, thank you for all those tips. Definitely, because at the end of the day, when our seller, they want to sell their home, they want that highest and the best price, for their
Yes.
home, of course.
Yes.
And again, the photograph or video on the internet is the first knock
Yep.
for viewing the property.
Yes.
Especially these days when
Yes.
100% of the people they're looking at the property first online, and
Yes.
then walking in, if it's worth their time, and then coming out and look at the property. So
Yes.
that knock, and all seller, you need that knock. You
You do.
need every buyer, in your neighborhood. They're looking to buy in your neighborhood. They have to come to your property. So
Yes.
definitely great advice. Now,
Thank you.
Bridget, what's your website? How can anyone reach out to you?
So you can find us all over social media. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Houzz, Houzz. And then, of course, my website is captivahomedesign.com. You can also Google my name, Bridget King. You'll find me everywhere. And I would love to assist anyone who would need help in either preparing their home the right way for top dollar resale, or if you just want to refresh the home. We spend a lot of time at home right now. So if you just want like a color consultation, just a fresh coat of paint, maybe some new patio furniture, because we're going to be spending a lot of time outside on the patio and the pool area. So whatever you need, we can help you.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Bridget, great information. Thank you. And for our viewer, thanks for joining in. And hopefully this information help you to, when you're selling your home or even you leaving your house and you want to make a little changes because we are living in our home more than before.
Yes.
Give a call to Bridget or make a comment here. Either myself or Bridget will be happy to call you or connect with you and have that free consultation. Bridget, thanks again.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining in. And you guys, see you next week, our another episode of Pro Advice. Thank you for watching and let's take care. Be safe out there. Be well.